Well, Laugh and Learn social media came from my desire to keep laughing every day, for one thing. I always have found that when I am trying to learn something, it's a lot easier to retain information if I'm amused, if I'm evoking some emotion, if someone has prompted me to feel something or react in a certain way. Uh, I know I retain things better if I laugh at them or have some strong emotion either way. So when I started live broadcasting over social media with the intent to teach social media, I really wanted it to be a focus on, hey, we're here to have fun and learn while we're doing it. So I thought Laugh and Learn, I love alliteration. Laugh and Learn worked out well. And I do go into each show with whoever my guest is saying, hey, things might happen. And obviously, we work in the technological realm where things will happen. Let's laugh it off. It's okay. We're just human beings here having fun and learning about something. So, the primary drive of it is, hey, I want to have a good time teaching you and learning myself about social media while we're here together. I think I've gotten more intentional about my shows. Blab, just by virtue of the name, felt very casual. I'm not saying Huzza is a huge step up in that regard for the name, but and I like to call it Huzzah. I think I've actually said that to someone. I called it Huzza, and they're like, "Did they not want to call it Huzzah?" And I'm like, "See, you get me." But I believe I've tried to step up while we're trying to have fun. I still want to be very intentional. Plus, I have been inspired by you and several other broadcasters to try to repurpose my videos, the interviews or the solo cast that I do, to where I can repurpose that on YouTube or on my website to say, yes, this is replayable in Huzza, but I can also take it. I often will edit now my videos in Adobe Premiere and then get them on YouTube and on my website to guide people into better knowledge so that they can actually use that stuff. It is free content, but my whole goal of my business is to help good people do social media really well. We need more of those people. So if the videos I do starting on Huzza and then going outward from that, if they help people get there, then I think that is a benefit. I like to keep the options open. I do a Facebook Live video once a week just about my newsletter. It's very short. And sometimes I'll get on to talk about, pontificate about something. Periscope as well. I'll get on during my Twitter chat, Let's Livestream. But I do like the option of on these talk shows that it's almost like having a caller call in. You've got Ellen doing that, taking people in that want to do that. Blab was great for that. And I do actually want to keep that alive with Huzza. And I like the fact that I can do that in Huzza, is that if someone is offering some insights in the sidebar chat, something I feel is crucial to these platforms is the sidebar chat and the engagement that occurs there. Someone can be really sharing some great insights. I like the versatility of saying, hey, I'd love to invite you on. Do you want to come on screen? There is the adoption factor where people are like, oh, you want me to be live with you? And they get a little wigged out by that. But there are people who are like, yeah, I'll come on and I'd love to talk about that. So I like the possibilities of being able to bring someone into the stream with me. But on the other hand, I'm fine talking by myself. I know I've shared with you that I've done radio broadcasting solo shows. It's not easy, but it's doable. And I do like, though, the fact that I can see people watching. I see them in the sidebar. So I am talking to people while I'm sharing the information. But really, the content needs to drive. The content needs to be good enough to where people can use it, whether there's a single talking head of me or there are multiple people sharing the insights. I feel that Blab was crucial to teach all of us how to moderate these social live streaming shows. They are very social. It really is like having a Twitter or a text conversation in addition to being live and sharing stuff over the camera, over your microphone. Also, you're tweeting things out. You're moderating if there's any trolls or, comments that you need to do, or sharing links. And I bet you would agree with that too. But a lot of us really got our feet wet with Blab, being able to be that multitasking host. And then I think that has just continued into Huzza and these other platforms where we all are, particularly regarding the other social media apps that allow us to go live, Facebook Live and Periscope, have that same component where you are engaging with an audience real time. Those people come on and they are saying hi to you. They would love to have you acknowledge that. And Blab was crucial to teach us how that works. Like, yes, it's very important to say hi to those people and greet them and involve them right off the bat when they start viewing. That really did carry over into those all of these other platforms that people are using on the regular. So I think that's where I've grown to be able to multitask and relatively smoothly handle the whole live stream host role that I have assigned to myself. Really.Social is my website, and it is one of those new custom web domains. I was in love with it the moment I saw it. Last fall, I was looking for what I wanted to ultimately name my business. I did have a slightly different initial name that had my first name tied to it, but I wanted my company to grow beyond that. Really.Social is my company, and it really is focused on really authenticity over social media. We see so many people, brands, or individuals get on social and they are putting forth this persona. And you can meet that person in real life and realize you're not quite the same that I'm seeing online versus what I'm seeing here. And I always drive back to a quote I heard on one of my favorite TV shows that said, you should always tell the truth if for no other reason than it's the easiest thing to remember. And I believe that wholeheartedly about social media. If you can be your real self on social, you always have that true north to fall back on. You don't have to make things up. You don't have to remember who you are and which platform. So with Really.Social, we are always trying to train people to market for them or speak to them about being authentic on social media. Plus, as you probably are aware, I am a very social person. I do not hide behind the keyboard. I totally respect people who prefer to do that, but I can step out from behind a keyboard and get up in front of a podium and in an audience and love that because these are real people I love talking to. So that's the whole crux of Really.Social. And again, the .social just was a great domain to be able to use to put that idea out there. Live streaming has been amazing. I feel very fortunate that right about the time I was starting my business, Blab was really taking off. Meerkat and Periscope had come before, so they really set the pathway for Blab to come out. Granted, we already had Google Hangouts, but I actually am doing a Twitter chat on this very topic next week about how Google Hangouts just kind of never took a root. But live streaming that is so tied into social media, so social video, was a perfect catalyst for my business to get brand awareness built, to start really connecting with a lot of you other influencers out there that have been crucial to my business and crucial to sharing each other's content, promoting each other, realizing that we're all trying to add to this ecosystem of social media. And when we're trying to add for everyone's benefit, it just helps everyone if we get all of our material out there. So it was crucial to that community for me as a business owner in social media to begin to build those communities, develop those relationships, which have become vital to my business today and will continue to do so. Well, I love Twitter. Twitter is my favorite social media app, hands down, even compared to Snapchat and things like that. I love Twitter and I love Twitter chats. If you have never been on a Twitter chat, you are missing out on thought leadership, crowdsourcing, networking. They are amazing platforms, free other than the fact that you have to put time into being in them. But they are rapid fire, they're quick conversations, and they are so productive. And I also was in love with live streaming. And as I looked in the Twitter universe, I wasn't seeing a Twitter chat that was solely focused on live streaming, which I feel there's tons of content there to, be able to support a dedicated Twitter chat. But I didn't see it out there. And I was wondering, I'm like, well, could I start a Twitter chat? That's going to take some doing. Right about that same time, Christy Gillentine started the Chat Snap Twitter chat. And I was really inspired by her saying, okay, she has started a Twitter chat. It's not happening on Snapchat, but it's about Snapchat and it's happening on Twitter. I could totally do a Twitter chat that's about live streaming. Maybe it's not going to have live streaming tied to it, but it's about it, and people can learn how to live stream. Because I know you and I have talked about this too. There is this kind of adoption obstacle with people who are trying to get into live streaming. Like they're just, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know what to say and all these things. I, again, wanted to come from the educational standpoint, like, hey, here's a free way for you to find out each week a little bit more about how you can get into live streaming or how you can do it better. And so we started the hashtag Let's Live Stream Twitter chat. It's every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And as luck would have it, I went ahead and started doing a weekly Periscope that I do a behind the scenes live broadcast of the Twitter chat, where I'm talking about what the questions are, what my responses are, and letting people interact with that in addition to the Twitter chat occurring. So that's been very fun, again, with the multitasking, but it's been great. That community is growing by leaps and bounds. We're getting more and more people that are getting in and talking about it. This last week, we talked about all the feels we had about Blab going away. And next week, we're going to talk about Google Hangouts moving to YouTube. So all of these developments coming about that are really evolving the Livestream universe and and helping people learn more about it and how important it's going to be to our marketing strategy.